Good evening. It's June 24th, 2026, and I have the 17,000 tick chart open right now. This is how I've been viewing it the past few days, or I guess the past week. I was looking at this range, and we broke out to the low side, but really the range was formed after we broke out here, and I was looking at this as the primary level of support because we touched down here and then over here we gapped over it, um, and we broke out to the high side. That failed. Boom, we went just beyond a measured move, came back in, and we kind of went sideways. So today we were in this really tight range, broke out to the high side, trapped a bunch of longs, found resistance around this high. As you can see, it turned down. We sold off, formed a double bottom, and went higher. Uh, So that's how I saw it on that chart. This is the daily chart, so just a little bull bar. We're in a bear channel right now. Uh, it's like a broad bear channel, but it's certainly a bear channel. Let's take out the weekly chart. Not a whole lot of information here just yet. Kind of sideways. The monthly chart looks like it might close around its 50% mark, but we still have a week of trading left. So anyway, let's take a look at what happened today. So, whoops. We were in this range. I was anticipating a breakout to the high side because at first it looked like we were making higher lows, but we broke below that level of resistance. So 5 o'clock comes in right about here, and you know there's so much overlap in here that even though we're making higher lows, I don't think it's a good idea to go long above this bull bar. But maybe you consider entering on a limit order here. We form this high and then we sell off and again break that level of potential support and we make a double bottom. And honestly, I was liking going short here because on the higher time frame, where were we on the higher time frame? On the 40,000 tick chart, we were finding resistance along the EMA. So I think honestly, I like when it looked like this was failing, this doji, even though it looked like this would be a good entry, I do like going short there. And I like going short here, but then you just got to pivot. I didn't like how we were just getting dojis here, even though it looks good. Yeah, I wasn't crazy about that. So maybe you consider this one, but it's not really above the EMA, and you're in the middle of the range, so I think you're probably better off holding off. And it looked like it was going to break out, but then finds resistance here. So you could consider this one. I think the better move would be this lower high. That turns out to be a nice move. I think you can short here too. And again, the better idea is the lower high. But I didn't really, I don't know. After we bounce here, I actually think personally, I'm not crazy about this because I was hoping we would continue selling off. And so when we didn't, I think you just got to wait. And so we go back up, and at this point, it's hard to have a short bias because those are two strong legs up. But the Bears held for a little bit, and look how weak. Whoops! Look how weak this resistance is, and that doesn't necessarily mean anything. But this is a weak bear channel, and so this might be the time you go long. I mean, you could consider going long here. I was just noticing that this looked like it was at the 50% mark of the day of the range. So I like it. Uh, and look, you have two strong bull moves when it hit that level. So I think there's a lot of reasons to like that. Boom, turns out to be a great move. If you think, okay, we're bouncing off the EMA, this could be the breakout. Maybe you go long there, and maybe you take this pullback or enter on a limit order. Boom, you get some selling. Yeah, maybe you consider this. Uh, maybe you consider that for going long. Maybe you consider that, but then now we're flip-flopping, and when it turns down here, you got to start, you know, reassessing. Come down, we make a new low, lower highs. That looks like it could be a new low as well, lower highs. And so here, this stuff you'll get chopped up. So you enter small if you have a short bias at this point, enter small and with a wide stop, or you could have a tight stop and just enter small and keep re-entering if your bias is holding. I like this lower high, and you just get a crazy strong bear move here. Do you take this pullback? Yeah, I like that because it kind of looks like. Let's zoom in. I like this because it's a pullback to the EMA, but also this looks like a failed breakout of the range. I really like that. And then you get this breakout pullback second entry short. That's actually pretty darn good. But at the same time, you got to be aware of the daily range, or at least the early morning range. So yeah, and that's good placement. You got at least the midline. You can see there's a little bit of profit taken near that midline, but after that little bit of profit taken, continues on down. And now you want to consider looking for longs, but not until we get a break of this bear channel. And you get this sideways stuff, so now's when you start to consider it. You got a gap above the 21 bar EMA right there. Maybe you consider going long here. Um, could you consider this? You could consider this, or this, but uh, then we form a new low, get a strong bear channel, two legs back, boom. Now clearly a new low from that channel, form a double bottom and just rock it up. And I don't know what happened here. This looks pretty late. Yeah, this is after the close. So there you have it. Uh, I'm probably going to be on and off for the next few weeks.